On Sunrise, an hours-long standoff in a Scotts Mill neighborhood ends when a canine officer takes down a man who refuses to turn himself in. More on that coming up in our top story. Plus,
as a business owner, if the sales cut by half before long, you're not going to be able to run the place.
an Aloha restaurant owner struggling to get customers in the door after fears of ICE drove them away. Why he's worried he won't survive much longer. KGW News at Sunrise starts now. Good morning and thanks for getting up with us as we kick off your Sunday. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Libby Dowsa alongside Corey Johnson. And we don't have rain right now.
No, we don't have rain right now. Yes, it will change as we get into the afternoon hours. What we do have right now, Libby, is a lot of fog outside. I don't know if you noticed on your drive in.
It was really foggy up in the higher elevations.
Yes, absolutely. I noticed that too when I was going over a few bridges. This is our Vancouver camera. The springs at the waterfront, you can see it's still a little bit of fog left over this morning. And it is a calm morning out there for us, pretty seasonable for this time of year. Taking a look at your temperatures right now. Mid to low 50s at this time, 46 in the Dalles though, 40 in Pendleton and 37 in Baker City. Looks like 52 in Longview, Kelso. This is our Rose City camera. Also can see that fog still apparent out there, 51 degrees. As we get throughout the rest of the morning though, that fog will start to lift. Providence Park camera, also a cloudy start for us on our Sunday. Taking a look at Futurecast, we can expect the rain to move into our area as we get into the later part of the morning, so around 10, 11 is when we'll see a system move in off the coast that will produce some showers for us across our area. And as we get into the evening hours, those showers stick around and become a little bit more heavier as we get along the coast and to the south, but we'll break down the timing of that in just a little bit. Taking a look, if you want to plan out your day, temperature-wise, I do think we'll top out at around 55 degrees with those showers taking place once we get to around noon. But the timing, we'll talk more in just a bit, Libby.
Thank you, Corey. In our top story, a man is in custody this morning after an hours-long standoff. The sheriff's office says 40-year-old Darren Lake had multiple warrants for his arrest, but when police tried to arrest him, he locked himself in a home on 2nd Street in Scotts Mills. SWAT officers entered the home and used a canine officer after negotiations failed. After being treated, Lake is now booked in the county jail on multiple charges. Fire officials in Bend are warning people when it comes to lighting any kind of fire. Always dispose of your ashes properly. Bend Fire and Rescue says this garage fire in the Deschutes River Woods area started with hot ashes left in a plastic bag. Crews got the call around 11:30 Friday morning on River Bend Drive. They found flames climbing the backside of the garage and beginning to spread toward the home. Thankfully, the homeowner and her dog made it out safely. Fire officials want to remind people to always store ashes in a metal container with a lid and to soak them in water. Charlotte, North Carolina has become the latest focus of the federal government's immigration crackdown. DHS has confirmed it's surging law enforcement, quote, to ensure Americans are safe and public safety threats are removed. Local leaders in Charlotte say they prepared days in advance for this operation.
No one here is called in the National Guard. No one here is called in Border Patrol. We know how to take care of our city. We know how to protect our city, and we simply do not need them here.
Yesterday, hundreds of people gathered in protest, bracing for more action as officials urged calm. Meantime, CNN has learned that members of the Texas National Guard are expected to leave Chicago soon and return home. About 200 troops arrived in the city about a month ago. The Trump administration ordered the troops to Chicago to help with immigration enforcement and to protect federal workers. But a federal judge stopped the deployment. The troops have been at training bases outside the city ever since. Here locally, a growing impact to businesses affected by the Trump administration's escalating immigration enforcement. The owner of a restaurant in Aloha says business has dropped dramatically in the wake of the recent immigration crackdown. KGW's Jake Holter has our story.
The owner of Tapatio Mexican restaurant says they've been here in Aloha since 2002 and have always had steady business until about 2 months ago when the customers dried up.
I mean, it's been terrible for us. The sales dropped like half or even probably more.
Fabian Santana owns and operates Tapatio Mexican restaurant, which he says is a popular spot for the local Hispanic community.
A lot of guys from business like construction or landscapers, they come and have lunch with us here, and they watch the European leagues, like European soccer. But lately, they disappear. They are just afraid to come out.
Santana says since immigration enforcement has increased, people are hesitant to be out in the community, and some of his customers are seeing family members detained.
A couple of days ago, there was a lady in the bar playing the poker machines, and she received a phone call, and she just came out crying because her husband got caught and sent to a Tacoma, and she didn't know what to do.
Santana says he hasn't had to let any of his staff go, but with business drying up, he doesn't know how much longer he can sustain.
I'm afraid. Because, I mean, as a business owner, if the sales cut by half before long, you're not going to be able to run the place. You know, and like I can do certain things as a business administrator, like cut hours on employees, but I know they come to work because they need to. So far, I haven't cut any hours because I'll be affecting them too.
And he says it's not just Tapatio, but other restaurants, particularly Mexican restaurants, are also seeing less business.
Just a few days back, I went to get my groceries from Restaurant Depot, and one of the employees asked me, "Hey, how's business?" And I look at the person, and she goes, "Same as everybody else?" And I said, "Exactly." You know, and I asked them, "Have you noticed the impact?" They said, "Oh yeah, it's been terrible." So we're all in the same boat.
Santana adds he has not seen any immigration agents near his business. Jake Holter, KGW News.
And last night, a local group of pastors invited the community to gather in Northeast Portland for a prayer vigil. It was held at Allen Temple CME Church. Organizers called it their next step of community action in response to concerns about health care, actions by the Trump administration, and federal budget cuts. Some of the pastors told us part of their focus was to bring people together across denominations and unite under the power of prayer.
Prayer was what got us through slavery. Prayer got us through Jim Crow. Prayer got us through many lynching and trials and difficult. Prayer helped reshape this nation during the 1960s.
They also mentioned how they haven't seen a united front in Portland like this since 9/11.